time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Time for our tale of the tape. This is Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. Saul Canelo Alvarez. Showtime.
This bout.
All the talking has... Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? And that jab just missed with the left hand. Look how that straight's affecting them. There's a counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Both men step back for just a moment. That hook won't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different. Here we go for round two. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A perfect counter lands. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
That hook won't score. Throws the uppercut, but misses. Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a... The bell rings and we start the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. They exchange punches. A swing and a miss with the right hook. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The right hook just missed. Beautiful counter shot. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Whoa, wait a minute. Uh-oh, Porter is on wobbly legs. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Good work. That's it, man. Good. Just get your breath back. Good work.
Don't worry about it. You're switching off, and you're starting to
Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear, and he'll start tying up.
get back on the job and get back out there and win the round. Come on, you're switching off. Have you got complacent? This fight's not over yet. You got to go back out there.
Thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power.
Right, let's go out there and get your boxing back.
The defense remember what you do. Good work. Now, I don't want you to...
And breathe when you're stepping about, all right? Good.
Well, he's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
Go out there and finish him. Just stay focused. Don't let him knock into the fight. Don't...
Going to shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. Just missed with that hook. Catch and shoot. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
So much firepower here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Nope, that hook won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
All the way through camp.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. So just keep him on the end of his jab.
There, switch on and get your boxing back together.
No, just stick up a few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so you can't figure out.
Come on.
Time for the 5th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They both want a highlight reel knockout. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
You'd like to see more jabs. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Very close. Did you see that? Shawn Porter just got rocked. Down goes Shawn Porter. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
You're right, Todd. What a... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're okay.
Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round. You gotta wonder. On to the 6th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Swing and a miss with the right hook. Nice exchange here from both men. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. So close with that uppercut. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, there was no doubt. And there's the bell for round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Got out of the way of that right hook. Punch, counter punch. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around them. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Defense is not an option for these two. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough. And there's the bell for round 8. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Can't land the jab there. Just missed with that hook. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That counter shot lands. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
Unanimous?